Welcome to Inside the Cage, where we take you inside the world of FIU football. Today's guest has a bit of a unique football journey, being that back in 2022, he suited up for the Panthers as a wide receiver under a different coaching staff. After stepping away, making a comeback, and now as a DB under new head coach Willie Simmons, we're talking today about what it was like to take that break and experience the program under a brand new head coach. So let's welcome Jalen Coutain to Inside the Cage. So you stepped away and have now joined Coach Simmons. Tell us what that journey was like, being away and returning to a brand new program.
For the time that I was away, it was more about a personal journey for myself and not really football. It was more about finding myself and what I like to do. And if I really want to play this sport and be committed to it. And coming back, it was like, I missed the sport. I missed the game. I missed the contact of the game and everything about it. Felt like, when Tom Brady left, it was just like I was missing something about it. It was missing me. So it was really just a personal journey on that aspect. So, yeah.
What would you say the biggest difference is between then and now under Coach Simmons?
The biggest difference, I would have to say the coaching on the aspect of more of a player's coach, not more of, I felt like in 2022, we were more under controlled and it would then feel free to be a player. I feel like playing with Willie that our, players are more free and that we have more, confidence a little bit and not feeling like everything is a burden or, we're feeling like a burden to the coach. It feels like, we can make a mistake here and there. He can make a mistake and we can all, get along and we're family at the end of the day. Yeah.
So it's obvious that Coach Simmons has a fresh vision for the FIU football program. How would you describe that a little bit deeper from a player's perspective?
From player's perspective, Coach really just wants to win, All the meetings, all the quotes, all the, speeches in the meetings are win, win, win. And, don't be so your purpose on just one little thing. Build up to that W and build up to the vision that we have. Don't, today it was in the meeting, it was like, don't be result based, be more, be more, what is the word? Just, don't be just sold on one thing, and we just want to win this week. No, be like, we're 1-0 this week and, come in with the confidence, what did we learn the next week? What did we do wrong this week? Don't be focused on that one win just in case. Don't give your hopes up. So that's what I'll say, gives us hope that we can make mistakes here and there. So it gives us some type of, cushion there. Yeah.
Right. So since you were here before the transition and the rebuild, what do you notice that's different about the energy and the accountability within your teammates and the locker room, coaches, all of the staff?
One thing I can say this year is that they're more committed to wanting to play football, but I feel like as when I was here at first, it was more of the players had what is the word? Like, I don't want to say like skill-wise, but I feel like they're like a little bit more committed to the game, like to this actual sport in the locker room. Like we all have this one journey of like, okay, we got a new coach. Coach Mack was here. We used to lose or whatever. We're a new team. We're all trying to treat each other like family and brothers. But, I think they're more committed to that one goal of just, let's try to have a better year this year. That's one thing I can say. I don't think everybody was sold on that dream of having a winning season because we already knew what we was getting with Coach Mack. And, nothing changed after year and year. And after that, you lose hope after that. So, we're having some hope with this team. Yeah.
So with this winning mentality, do you think that the program feels stronger, more unified together?
Yes. Something different that we do this year that, I don't think really happened last year. I mean, in 2022 is that we have player meetings sometimes and we have like a player, council for the players and everything. And like, that's the top guys and the whole entire, team that really talks over to everybody. And like, if we're making a mistake or whatever, then we all get on each other. We hold each other accountable. I don't really think that was here in 2022. Even though that some guys did it, I don't feel like we really had that players meeting without the coaches. I feel like everything was with the coaches. So having that, we can be comfortable with the players. We can get on each other. That gives us something,
Right. So being a part of the team that brought a Shula Bowl win against FAU for the first time since 2016, what does that mean to you and your teammates?
feel like the potential is there, But, like our weightlifting coach says, you can have all the potential in the world, but, if you don't put it to use, then it's useless. So, I mean, we just got to put it to use at some point. I feel like that gives us hope that we have it all there. We have all the tools, but, we just got to put all the blocks together and finally have the structure. Yeah. So
So tell us what your thought process was when you first decided to come back as a walk-on. Like, what makes this the right time and the right team to rejoin?
honestly, I think that goes into looking at Coach Willie's progress and all his winning history and being at Duke and the FAMU and him just not having a losing season. That shows a lot because going to a HBCU and still doing that and then even going to a bigger school and still holding that same type of level of respect from each coach, that just shows that you're him basically. And um I think that's really what played a big part in like this might be the opportunity. At first I wanted to leave, but then, I was looking on the internet to see who might be the coaches. It was Foster, who's at UCF, and it was between him and another coach. And I already knew that Foster was gonna go back to UCF because why wouldn't you go back home? And I was really praying that we got a black coach because I mean we're Miami kids and we're a lot of black kids, so we'll feel more comfortable with a black coach. But yeah, the just him being Willie and having that history and having that respect from every coach around the world just made me feel like, you know what, this might be it. This might be the coach I'm looking for. He is going to put me through. If it's through hell, it might be the best. That's how I really felt. So
So do you have a favorite memory or most memorable moment with the team since you've come back?
most memorable, I would say, not most memorable, but most enjoyable. Where I felt like we feel like brotherhood a little bit. I can say when he brings in like special guests, he brought in the magician. That really felt like a very bondable moment. I don't really think Coach Mack used to have special guests like that. Team bonding wise, we just went bowling and everything. But even with that, I feel like that was more of a forced vibe. I feel like when he brings a special guest, it's something that we all enjoy and we genuinely have that we're like, oh, surprise and everything. So I feel like that moment was this most enjoyable, memorable, if you want to put in that aspect.
So when you talk about special guests, I know you guys recently had Young Thug come speak to you guys. You had Cuba Gooding Jr. visit the game the other night. What does that mean to have these kinds of big names come talk to you guys and understand FIU football?
Means we got a lot of eyes on us. That's what that means. That means, we're on the radar. Holding Penn State to only 30 points and then they go beat on Villanova means that we're better than Villanova in aspect. So that puts a lot of weight on our shoulders and, a lot of eyes on us. And I mean, we just got to hold ourselves to that standard to, be successful because you can't disappoint all the people that have, our trust. So that's really how that goes.
So tell us one lesson that you think you'll take with you forever that Coach Simmons is instilling in you guys.
Damn, me too. A lot of lessons actually. um, One lesson I probably can say that, Willie and all the other coaches really embedded in me is more fact of, don't come out here wasting your time. You feel me? Like my weightlifting coach told me, I was messing up for a while. I woke up late a few times. That's been my problem since 2022. But one thing he said to me that really stuck in my mind is you put all this work in for this long months or whatever, don't mess it up because you can't wake up. You feel me? So why not put your 100% out here if you're going to be out here anyway? You want to be here, then, give out your all. I feel like that is a very thing that they try to make. And I feel like Coach Willie really tries to keep that in us. And, you know, having a purpose with whatever we're doing, just don't come out here with, oh, I'm just here lollygagging or whatever. If you're going to run with a purpose of getting faster. If you're going to catch the ball of having the best hands on the team. And if you're a DB, then just try to be the best DB of stopping every receiver that comes in front of you. That's really, what he tries to make. And that, he makes it feel like one thing. Another thing is that he makes it feel like you don't have to be so perfect. I feel like Coach Mack made us feel like perfectionists, and that made us feel like um, a little more, tensed up a little bit. Having that little there, that makes us feel, we have that little boundary in that area. So, yeah.
So it's no secret that there's a bright future ahead of FIU football under Coach Simmons. So what excites you the most about being able to be a part of this new era?
Bring a new purpose to FIU. Yeah, we won championships. I mean, conference championships. We had bowl games here and there. But it's been a while since we actually done that, and I can truly say that from a player's perspective that's been here, I feel like 2022 we had the most skill wise, but the players weren't all committed on that goal because we lost hope in the coaching. And so being here now, it's like with Coach Willie and a new whole team, it's like we can really make that purpose that the 2022 kids wanted but couldn't have. So we can really turn things around, and then from this on, we can build what it means to be a Panther at FIU. You go to Alabama, you know what it feels to be like a Roll Tide, or you go to Georgia, you know what it feels like to be a dog. I feel like this gives this year to create that, the identity for the team that we don't have right now. So yeah.
All right. So before we head out, I have a few quick hitters. Give us just one-word answers for these quick questions. First, what's your pregame hype song?
The Sit Down by Babyface Ray.
Okay. One word to describe your play style on the field.
George Pickens. It's two, but George Pickens, by the way.
Favorite FIU tradition?
We even have tradition? Truly, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't know. Do we have traditions? Genuinely, I don't know. I don't genuinely know if we have. I mean, just like you asked, what do I have to look for with Willie now? We have to build a tradition that hey, I don't even know if we have a tradition that I've really come off the brain with. So skip on that question. Next question.
Okay, Biscayne blue or Vice jerseys?
Vice. Hey, you can't go wrong with that Vice. That brings out the Miami, Miami's all Vice. Yeah. Biscayne blue, I love it, but man, that Vice Vice for sure.
Okay, dream NIL deal.
30 racks, 40 racks. I want some racks, man. I want some money. Yeah, dream NIL deal is, man, just $100,000, $20,000, at least to buy a new car every month. Really, that's all I can ask for.
If it wasn't football, what sport would you be playing?
I'm not 6 feet, so I can't say basketball. Baseball. We playing baseball right now, man. Love of the game. I'm a sports fanatic, man.
And one word to describe FIU football as of right now.
One word to describe us right now. Process. Process. There you go. Yeah, it's a process.
All right, well, that wraps up Inside the Cage for today. We heard about what it takes to compete at the D1 level, lessons from Coach Simmons, and how the program is evolving. Huge thanks to Jalen for stopping by today and giving us a real-life look into life as an FIU Panther.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, there you go.
All's up.
All's up, man. There you go. Hey, man, I don't need no PR training. It's embedded in me. Thank you.
We said one-word answers.
One-word answer was Vice.